What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Quarterback Tutor, and today we're going to be going over how to throw a football. Now, just a couple points of order. This is going to be our fundamental. And this is for the guys who are new to the position, young guys who don't have anybody help them, dads who's never thrown a football, or coaches who are just trying to figure out how to help their quarterback. All right. So the first thing we always start with is feet. So we're going to square up, like we're going to throw that way. And we're going to start with our feet. So when we have our feet, again, we're going to be shoulder width apart in our athletic stance, knees slightly bent. We went over there in some older videos. So okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. The second thing is we're going to be on the balls of our feet. Okay, we're not necessarily going to be flat-footed, but we're not on our toes neither. We're just on the balls of our feet, a good athletic position. And again, we want to have our knees slightly bent to be in an athletic position. We don't want to be here or hunched over, anything like that. We want to remain as tall as possible, but we want to be athletic. Okay, so the second thing we're going to do is we're going to carry the ball. Again, when we're talking about the grip of the ball, I think we went over that in another video. My suggestion is to go on the strings. Now, where you're lined up at in the strings, that depends on your comfort level. But the reason I'm saying going on the strings, because when the ball's cold, when it's cold outside, the ball gets cold, or when it's wet and the ball gets wet, this is going to help you with your grip, okay? Because if we're here, it may be difficult for us to grip that ball well. However, there will be circumstances which you got to grip the ball here, okay? And you want to actually practice that. Where however you grip it on the strings, this is just how I grip it. This is my comfort level. You want to have a little bit of room in between your palm and that football. You don't want all palm on the ball. Okay, so we're going to grip the ball, and I always like to say you're going to have that ball at your other heart. You don't want to have it too low, okay, and we don't want to have it too high. We're going to have that ball at our other heart, okay? Goes in. We do not want those elbows to flare, because when we're in the pocket and we're going to get hit, we don't want them elbows, because that's going to loosen up our grip. So we want to be compact and tight, okay? So we want those elbows nice and in here. Let me see. We want those elbows nice and in. So we want to be a compact tool to be ready to throw the ball. So we don't want them here. We don't want the ball here or there, okay? We want to be elbows in, other heart, nice and compact. So that's kind of the stance that we're in. And remember, guys, the most important rule is that our eyes are always downfield. Our eyes are always scanning the defense, looking at our reads, and seeing where our receivers are going. You cannot play this position effectively when your eyes are looking at the defensive line, looking at the offensive line, or just have a general down. If you ever notice Drew Brees, his head is always cocked up and looking down the field, okay? So the first step that we're going to do, not the first step, but the third, fourth step that we're going to do with throwing this ball is that when we all start in our legs, and our first step is here, okay? And we're heel to toe, heel to toe. So try to get that for me. Heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe. Okay, and why do we go heel to toe? We go heel to toe because that creates a natural bend. We're not locking our leg out, or we're not doing anything else. So the first thing is heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe, okay? So that's one. The second thing we're going to do, and actually rearing up to throw the ball, is that we're going to take that elbow, and you can go ahead and put the ball down. Put the ball down. We're going to take that elbow, and we're here. Imagine you got your little brother or little sister here, and you're trying to knock them in the head with your elbow. You're going to come that elbow here. Come that elbow. All right, so try that for me. Yes. Okay. All right. So again, go ahead. Heel to toe, and we're swinging that elbow through. That elbow is going to help us with our rotation, and that's going to create a power base for us. Okay. Now the second thing we're going to, the third step. Okay, so we got our heel to toe, we got our elbows fighting through, and we got our arm here. Now your arm, when we're throwing this ball, your elbow and shoulder should be level. Because if we're here, again, the ball's going to pitch. If we're here, the ball's going to sink on us. Okay? So the third step when we're throwing the ball is elbow, shoulder is level, okay? So we're here. One, and again, if we're fighting with that left elbow through, our natural inkling is like for that right or your left to go here, okay? So try it, put the 1, 2, and 3 together. Yep. Heel toe, elbow, heel toe. Get that elbow up. There we go. There we go. There we go. See, it's just like a dance. It's just like a dance. 1, 2, 3. You got to get the motion. Okay? And then the third step is actually, the fourth step, we're actually going to throw the ball. So we're here, here, here. Here, here, here. Okay? And we're going to come through. And again, we have, when you're throwing this football, it's called a pronation in tennis. You're going to go here. Okay? You're here. Watch this slow. We'll do it in slow motion. You're here, okay? Here. All right, so come through for me. Exactly. 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 Now look. Now go ahead. Now technically, go ahead. This is where your follow through ends, technically. And also, because we don't want to, your follow through is kind of, it ends here. So what you don't want to do is rip it down so that way your ball's going to have an awkward flight. Because if you start ripping it further than that, your ball's going to be flowing like this, okay? So go ahead. It ends here, and then we just let it drop to the opposite thigh, okay? So now we got our heel to toe, we got our opposite elbow hitting our little brother in the head. Our elbow shoulder ratio is level. We have our pronation and follow through. That ball to come off with this finger, okay? So that should be the last finger on the ball right here. Again, we're teaching fundamentals. Everybody does it slightly different, but we want that ball to come off here in that last finger when we're doing our rotations, okay? So there we go. All the way over. All the way over. You see that? Again, this is a simple, I would say about 7 to 8 step process where we're, again, this is something you could practice in the mirror. When you're in the home, you don't need a ball, you don't need somebody to throw with. Okay, of course you want to have those things, but if you don't have those things, this is something you could practice in a full-length mirror. It's just like a dance routine. Okay, so we're here, we're here, we're here, we're here, we're here. Okay, and I want you to notice that when we talk about power, we're not talking about what's just right here. Okay, we're not just talking about your throwing arm. Your power is coming from that, your hip twist, your body, your turn right here, and it's coming from that power off your legs. Okay, so let's get a little bit more detail. Okay, now again, go ahead and set up for me. Okay, now when we're right here, when we're throwing this ball, assuming that we have a perfect situation, we want to have a lot of our weight's going to be kind of on the inside of our plant leg. So for a right-hand quarterback, it's going to be your right leg. For a left-hand quarterback, it's going to be your left leg. So this is where a lot of the power is going to be on that inside foot. In addition, we want to have this foot, the side of our foot facing where we're going. So if we're trying to throw here, we're here. If we're trying to throw here, we're here. If we're trying to throw there, we're there. Okay? And then we're stepping towards that subject. Okay? So let me just put it together one more time. All right? All right. We're talking about the science of throwing a football. And these are the basic scientific rules of throwing a football. When you start to advance in your process, when you start to become an older quarterback and you've been playing the position for a while, you'll implement your art. So again, this is the basic fundamentals, tried and true. And as you become more experienced, then you'll start to kind of get to a level of comfort where you can do your own thing. So thanks for tuning in. On the next video, we're going to cover common mistakes in throwing a football.